Hi everyone, welcome to Climate Tools for On-Farm Decision Making. Climate tools can help us make strategic decisions based on historic data and future climate projections. They can give us a snapshot into the future and give us insight into important ways that we might be adapting on the farm. Growers use short-term seasonal climate tools all the time, like the weather app on your phone. Of course, the temperature, wind, and humidity can vary depending on the microclimate of your farm, regardless of what the weather forecast says. When looking at climate change projections, always keep this local variability in mind. So what can climate tools show us? They can show us changes in precipitation, snowpack, temperature, and extreme events based on different climate models. With this baseline data, we can then predict the shifts in drought, wildfire, chill, pests, diseases, and even crop yield. For example, an increase in the number of hot nights can reduce grain yields, increase animal stress, and impact livestock and crop production. Climate change models are now in strong agreement that we are going to see a warming trend over the next several decades. Higher minimum temperatures, for example, can impact the accumulated cold that many tree crops require to fruit. We call this winter chill. Winter chill is a useful thing to measure for tree crop growers because many tree crops require a certain threshold of accumulated chill before the trees will wake up from their winter dormancy and start producing fruit. This includes stone fruits like peaches and cherries, and many nuts, including almonds, pistachios, and others. Next, we'll dive into a tool that allows you to project future accumulated winter chill, or chill portions, on your farm. This tool uses projected temperatures from multiple climate models and estimates the impact on winter chill at specific locations. The first thing you'll do is select the location. You can click on the map or type in the coordinates of your farm. You can also name your farm for the report. In the historic baseline section, you can select the range of years to use for the historic baseline data, which will be used to compare against chill in future years. With climate data, it's always recommended that you use a minimum of 30 years to even out the bumps and variability. So the default range here is 1975 to 2005. Next, you can select the Global Climate Models, or GCMs. These are the pre-selected GCMs are recommended priority models that were selected under California's fourth climate change assessment as being representative of California's possible future scenarios. Next, we'll select the future climate data to use. Here you can select the range of years for the analysis. Again, pick at least 30 years. If you're thinking about which tree crop or variety to plant right now, you might want to look at mid-century, such as the defaults, which are 1935 through 1965. If you're wondering what chill might look like in 50 years, you might select a range at the end of the century, for example, 1971 to 2099. Next, you can select the greenhouse gas emission scenario for the analysis. RCP 4.5 is a medium emission scenario where emissions peak at the global level around 2040 and then start to decline. RCP 8.5 is a high emissions scenario where humanity can't get its act together and greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise throughout the 21st century, resulting in even higher rates of change. Since we don't know what the future holds, the default is to compute future winter chill for both scenarios. In the next section, you can specify which month to start counting chill portions. The default is September because usually there's no chill portion accumulation until the temperatures really start to drop off. Next, we'll specify the number of chill portions that you require for your cultivar. The help page has a link to a website that allows you to figure out the minimum chill requirements for a variety of tree crops and varieties. This could help you determine whether a particular cultivar is going to be viable in your location in the future. The safe chill certainty level will be used in the analysis to flag the minimum amount of chill that you can expect in the future X percentage of the time. This report can be helpful because growers need a certain amount of certainty to have a viable business. The default safe chill level of 90% means that the report is going to show you what is the minimum amount of chill portions that you can expect 9 years out of 10. So if you want your trees to wake up out of dormancy 9 years out of 10, all at the same time, then you need a tree crop variety that requires this amount of chill 90% of the time for this model. Finally, we'll click on Fetch Data and Analyze. In the results, the first thing you'll see are the histograms at the end of the season, accumulated chills for various years. I recommend that you skip this and go straight to the table below that's showing the same thing. You can see in the historic period that 90% of the time we're getting 73 chill portions at this location. Whereas in the future, what's going to go down to 48 or under 30 under the RCP 8.5. Again, this is a century from now, so that's when the temperature is predicted to go up the most because more time has passed. Next, we see some line charts that show the accumulation of chill over the season, with the black line representing the minimum chill requirement, which again in this case was 48. So as we can see in the historic period, we always go above that. But under RCP 4.5, the more conservative emission scenario, we get above that most of the time, but there are a few times when the chill level is not reached by the end of the season. Under the higher emission scenario, we're seeing less chill and it's also coming later. Finally, the last table is showing the percentage of times when the minimum chill level was reached. And again, we see that it's going down from 100% historically to 45% to below 45% in the more higher emission scenario. So 50 years from now, if the emissions scenario keeps going the way it is, then we may not expect to get 40 chill portions at the end of the season. And we may want to think about a different crop. I hope this was helpful and you can provide feedback to the developer of this tool on this website. There are many tools coming out for growers, so stay tuned. We'll be holding workshops in the future to help you pilot these on your farm and to get your feedback. Also, check out our online course where you can get into more depth into this and other tools. Thank you.